What's good, everyone, and welcome to This Week in Indie Comics, where we talk about some great indie books coming out for the next new comic book day, April 29th. If there's something you're interested in that I don't mention, drop a comment. Let's go. First up, from IDW Publishing, or IDW Dark in this case, we have The Exorcism at Buckingham Palace #2. This story is really, really solid. I read the first one, I got it on my pull list, and I did a review on it if you want to go check it out a little more in depth. But essentially, this story is about the British royal family, where a large portion of them ends up being lost at sea, and the king gets woken up and the prime minister gets woken up, and they have to handle all of this aftermath. The king's trying to put someone in place to take over because he was planning on stepping down anyway, and a lot of people are blaming, who could be at fault, and others are saying it's maybe due to a long-standing family curse, and people react in different ways based off of that. Fantastic dialogue and just really, really great art and a really cool vibe to it. This one is from Hannah Rose Mays, the writer, and Kelsey Ramsey, the artist. Next up, from Mad Cave Studios, we have Is Ted Okay #3. So I haven't read the first two yet, but I got them right here. I picked up the second one when it came out, and I was waiting on a reprinting of the first one. So I'm excited to give that a read. But essentially, this follows Ted and this other person named Sarah. Ted works for this mega corporation for the world's only trillionaire, and he's like paranoid and just a really troubled person. And Sarah's job is tasked with basically spying on him, and his mental state is just cracking away. And eventually, some bad event happens, and it just causes a lot of problems, and it's time for Sarah to step in and do something. So we see what happens from there. This one comes from writer and artist Dave Chisholm. Next up, we have from Dark Horse Comics, Hellboy in Love, Black Eyes #1. A cozy visit with retired BPRD agents Archie and Margaret takes a chilly turn when Hellboy and Anastasia investigate a local ghost whose once legendary wails have been disturbing their quaint village with more and more urgency. So kind of Hellboy ghost hunting kind of vibes. Seems pretty interesting. This is from co-written from Mike Mignola and Christopher Golden, with art from Alex Nieto. And lastly, from Bad Idea Comics, we have Warbird #0. So this one has a really cool concept. Basically a high priority or high value repo man. This guy repos like yachts and private jets and stuff from billionaires, but he ends up being tasked with stealing this massive $1.4 billion like mega jet from the Russians, because they could essentially take over the world with it. There's 3 of them. He's tasked with stealing one and destroying the other 2, which is normally not in his job, but he's ready to do it. So sounds like a pretty interesting kind of spy, world-spanning story. This comes from co-written by Robert Venditti and Derek Kolstad, with art from Jesse Lonergan. And that's it for this week in Indie Comics. Let me know what you're hyped about, what you've been reading, anything like that. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day.